Hi there. This is a short video on 5-1. Specifically, this is number 81 out of 5-1. And number 81 reads, graph the equation by hand, use any method. So, a couple different ways we can do this. Lots of different ways, actually. So, first thing I want to do is the y equals mx plus b method. So, to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve for y. Notice that this particular equation is 3y equals 4x minus 3. So it's almost solved for y. All I got to do is divide it by 3, and I got it. So that's y equals, now notice I'm going to be a little tricky here. I'm going to divide each of those things by 3. So that's going to be 4/3 x minus 1. Now you might ask why I'm doing that. I'm doing that so that it looks like this. It looks like some number times x plus some number. Or in this case, minus some number. Because that's going to give us our magic things we need to graph. Now, what that means is that we've got this number here. That is what we call our y-intercept. And this number here is our slope. And that tells us everything we need to graph. So, to graph, this is our x-axis, this is our y-axis. Our y-intercept is -1. So, we'll go to -1, we'll plot a point. Our slope is 4/3. Slope is always rise over run. So that means from our y-intercept, we're going to go up 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go right 3 points. And we're going to draw a point. That doesn't have to be perfect, but that's the idea. We'll draw a line. I noticed that my line was not straight, so we'll do it again. Still not straight, but better. Notice there's arrows on each end, and hey, that's a line, and we're done. I'm going to draw it a second way, just so you can see it. So, again, number 81, 3y equals 4x minus 3. There's the intercept method. The intercept method says we'll just plug in zeros. We'll plug in a 0 for x, we'll plug in a 0 for y, and we'll see what those come out to be. It'll come out to be the same line, but sometimes this is easier, sometimes it's harder. So, first I'll plug in 0 for x, because that's what I put down. Ignore a random window that pops up. Okay, so that's 3y equals 4 times 0 minus 3. So 3y equals 0 minus 3. So 3y equals -3. Divide by 3, and y equals -1. So now, starting again, we're going to put in a 0 for y. So 3 times 0 equals 4x minus 3. 0 equals 4x minus 3, add 3, 3 equals 4x, divide by 4, and 3/4, 0. Plot these points. We'll get 0, -1. Notice that showed up again, not surprisingly. And 3/4, 0. So if that's 1, 3/4 would be right about there. And believe it or not, that's the same point. The same line, I mean. So notice we have the exact same equation. So this said we could use any method, so we used any method. This is just one example from section 5.1. If you have any questions, let me know.